Hello everyone, it's time for my nonsense again. I was very smart and I forgot to change the name of the stream. We had the Twisted Test stream yesterday, completely unannounced. It went great, maybe, kind of, sort of. Hi Luna, hi Dream Harrier. So I realised I've not beaten this game on Gnarly difficulty. So I think we better change that. I was struggling of thinking for what to play, and I thought, no, this seems like a good idea. This definitely won't be a blow up. Due to the length of this game, we kind of only get one shot at this tonight. This is a long scrolling brawler. But let's just enjoy the intro when it shows up. They're not allowed to use the original recording, so they have to get someone else to sing it these days. So that was Mike Patton from Faith No More, I believe. Oh, good luck with that Gundam. Making those things is hard. And hello, JP Ronnie. And yeah, it's not Game Boy Turtles, thank fuck. I'm so happy it's not. So they actually patched this recently. How's the volume, by the way? I suppose it is time to be aggressive. So they did actually patch this pretty recently, and they added a bunch of options for the arcade mode. So you can put on free play. You can have characters play as the same character. Players play as the same character. Okay, thank you. You can have desperation style super attacks. No taunting. Enemies that explode. And what I like is it's presented as a series of dip switches, which is a very cute little way of doing things. But you don't get trophies that way, so we're not doing that. I just want to beat the game on the hardest difficulty. They made a bunch of other changes, like you don't get hurt if you're attacked during a throw anymore, which probably should have been the default behavior, but what do I know? Hi, Sasquatchulus. Now, what we have before us is a simple choice of turtle. Except, no, fuck that, we're playing as April. Yeah, he does do hard dips. No service menu for Donnie. We could play as Casey Jones, but come on.
This is April O'Neil, reporting live.
There's only one real choice. So this is a cute little intro. Once again, the Foot Clan's targeting the Statue of Liberty for some reason. We interrupt this program to give you chaos. I would totally watch Bebop's beat. I think he'd give a fair and balanced view of things.
Jaw-breaking news. It's the Foot Clan. Come on.
So, anyone know about this game? Anyone heard of this? It's pretty obscure. Nobody's really played it. Yeah, this is in essence an homage to the Konami brawlers with a lot more stuff in it, and it's done by Tribute Games, which is made of at least some of the staff used to work at Ubisoft, so they worked on Scott Pilgrim and a Game Boy Advance Turtles game, which I don't know anything about. You got basic attacks, you got dodges, you got super attacks. The main thing that you gotta watch out for in Gnarly mode is everyone does a shit ton more damage. We are getting our ass kicked. Which, kind of a problem. There's a story mode where you can get slightly more powerful, slightly longer health bar. But no, we're playing the arcade mode. And we have limited credits. But we get extra lives every 200 enemies killed, so that's something in our favour. And what you want to do is you want to, where there were like secret items or characters in the story mode, there's pizza boxes that give you more points, which you need for extends. And yeah, we're probably going to need a lot of lives. As many as we can get. Things are looking a little grim here, but there's a pizza coming up. We'll be fine. Okay, no. I'm not dying that early. Okay, let's dial it back.
Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge. Let's kick some shell.
No, not story.
Select your hero.
Okay, so we can skip the intro this time.
This is April O'Neil, reporting live. Jaw-breaking news.
They got back most of the 80s and 90s cartoon cast, except April herself. Weirdly, she did do some promo stuff for TMNT Cross Justice League, the original voice actress for April. You should play that. It's really good. But they didn't get her back for this. Cam Clark and Rob Paulson, though, you don't need to ask much. They'll go back to their old voices for anything. How is the video, by the way? We are streaming at 60 frames per second. I don't know if this will work. It's I wasn't sure how it was going. We've at least got streaming working again, so that's, something in our favour.
Breaking news.
Good so far, excellent. Okay, that's all I need to know.
Quite delicious.
Of particular note here, April's walk cycle is just Cammy's walk cycle from Street Fighter, and she has that rising kick that Chun-Li has. I can't remember the name of it. That's just Cammy's walk cycle. That's all that it is. Funny though. Ah, there's the rotating turtles emote. That's all we need. Good, thank you. The stream is officially blessed now. We're gonna do this. This is definitely not gonna be a 1cc. I believe you get 3 credits in Gnarly mode. We'll see how we get on. The main thing is just don't get hit ever, because that's kind of a problem. The enemies just do so much damage. Tensho Kyaku, that's the one. Thank you. That's the one I always forget. Whoop. The main thing you've got in your favour is the roll, which you can do after you're hit as well to get out of danger. But you can pretty much cancel almost anything into the roll. The downside is you don't get a great attack afterwards. It's just this sort of launching thing. But it can home in on enemies. In fact, some of your normals seem to sort of home in on enemies sometimes. Ow. I'm pretty sure the enemies have homing normals as well sometimes. Now we're gonna save that other camera for these two. There we go. I've played this a lot on the standard difficulty, and it seems that not too much changes beyond just the sheer amount of damage enemies do. So I think we should be okay. Probably. We'll probably be fine. Come at me, coward. You certainly have a lot of attacks. That strong attack is when you hold the button. Bebop isn't too bad. He's you just sort of wait for him to run into the wall, and then you wail on him a little. It's just when he's running, you can't hit him at all. Like, you just can't touch him. Which is kind of a common motif with the bosses in this game. One that will become extremely annoying later on. We'll get to that. An uncapped frame rate, really interesting. I'm afraid the only thing I know about the PC version, forgive me, it's in one of the trailers, April has a hip attack that is not in the final game, and some modders on the PC version managed to put it back in. That's the extent of my knowledge. Come on, just charge. There we go. Ooh. Oh no, is this it? Ah, fuck. You know what? That's fine. Like I said, enemies just do a shit ton more damage. Yeah, I think the hip attack was like a running attack, and they, I imagine Nickelodeon didn't like it. I imagine this game is complete chaos in 6-player modes. That's too many. There's too many of them. Yeah. But paying homage to Armika, yeah, that seems plausible.
What's going on here?
Can't believe they stole our ride. That's rude. One thing I didn't realise, you can actually hold on. If you use a double jump, you can stand on the party wagon if you want. This serves no purpose. That's obviously taken straight from Turtles in Time, the old pizza, bomb pizza, I guess it is. Probably not very healthy. But that's fine. I do really like the fake TV shows with Bebop in the background there. That's cute. I would watch Cooking with Bebop. Probably gets better ratings than Cooking with Scorpion. Oh yeah, you've also got 2 cats while you're trying to build that Gundam. Good luck with that. I'm sure it'll be fine, probably. There we go. That was an extra pizza for more points. Our friends the Roadkill Rodneys. Don't worry, Mousers are coming later. We'll see them eventually. You also get the throw into the screen thing from Turtles in Time. Not this time. No, we've been down this road before. I know where this is going. You can't run me over this time. There we go. There's a lot of nods to the Konami games, obviously. Ouch. Also, in the story mode, you can hold up to 3 bars of meter, but you only get 1 here. Which is going to make some of the later bosses interesting. Ooh. Oh, they have the anti-air. They know what to do. Damn. There we go. And there's another pizza coming up. There it is, in fact. So we're not going to die. And we're due for an extra life anyway. Although I found out that enemies killed via hazards don't get counted. There we go. We got an extend. That'll be every 200 points. Of the ninja powers you've got, the air-based one seems to be the most useful for just doing raw damage to bosses. Yeah, there's if it doesn't have a car running you over at some point, is it truly a Ninja Turtles game? That's why the Game Boy games don't count. Maybe that's what they were missing. That's why they were bad. Ooh. There's the taunt that if you've played this game online, you'll have seen like 1,000,000 times and you're sick of it. He seems relaxed. Maybe we shouldn't bother him.
Save your friend.
What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? The contra spread shot, I see, I understand. He does the classic Rolento by just throwing a bunch of grenades everywhere. Ah, this Gnarly is starting to show its fangs a little. I still have faith we can do this. Probably. As long as we earn an extra life for everyone that we lose, we should be okay. I do like that the boss music is dramatic. It changes as the fight progresses. Oh no. Oh no! Oh boy. Well, the next stage is pretty easy. We should be okay, right? Probably.
My horns!
What a scoop!
Out of the way, you freak joint!
Get ready for some incredibly hot jams, by the way.
Mutants over Broadway!
I'm noticing that the bosses are the real kind of sticking point. I almost don't want to talk over this. Not even the only rap in the game. Ooh. And of course these cars run you over. Why wouldn't they? Okay, I'm free to speak now because they've stopped graphing. It just repeats from here. You kind of want to hit as many of these as you can because each one is worth a point. And again, points very important in the arcade mode. Okay, there's a pizza coming up shortly, so we're doing okay. I don't think Zero counts as a life in this though, so that may be an issue. No, yes. Oh, that was dicey. I didn't like that. The collision detection on those floating pizzas is especially weird. It's incredibly hard to tell where the hell they are in space. We're halfway towards our next life, so that's not so bad. What's the boss after this? Oh no, the boss after this one is not gonna be fun though. Okay, give it that pizza. Thank you. So, how do we hit this without getting hurt? The answer, with great difficulty. I think you fight this in the Manhattan Project, I think? Ow, no. Okay, this is the worst part, because it just becomes a giant hitbox. Just don't get hit. Oh my god. Things ain't looking so hot for our heroes. Oh, God! Fuck! No! Oh, dear. Well, that's oh, no. You know what? Okay.
What a mess!
We're gonna... Okay, so... let's just beat the game on normal. Actually, no, let's have some fun with the custom game, why not? Let's see what we got. Let's put Respectful Reptile on. That might be fun. Oh, you can't have... I see. Yeah, so... how do I phrase this delicately? So,
Select your hero.
a very good friend of mine gave the perfect description of this game.
Live.
They said, much like the Konami games, this game is really fun casual, but once you try and play it play it on a skillful level, it becomes miserable. And yeah, you know, I can cop to that. I think that's fair. Okay, so what we've done is we've toned the difficulty down. We've made a couple of changes. We've given ourselves infinite lives. What were the other changes we put on? Oh, okay. Yeah, we can't taunt anymore, so we're unable to spam that. Not that it really matters. One of the changes in the patch is that before you could taunt to get all 3 of your meters up, and that is no longer possible. Taunting only fills your bar once, to level 1. So if you got any more than that, it just won't let you do it. Which I think was meant to sort of alleviate the problem of players just constantly stopping and taunting online to get all 3 bars. It seems like there could have been more elegant solutions to that. I'm not sure what they would be, but the big change that I'm happy for is you can... Throws no longer... You're invincible while you're doing a throw, because beforehand I think you had armor, but you'd take damage, which people didn't like for some reason. I can't imagine why. Throws are sacrosanct in scrolling brawlers. Personally, I think I should be allowed to pile drive anyone I want. Yeah, the only downside of the taunts only give you 1 bar of meter is that it makes I imagine it makes some of the bosses a bit more difficult. In particular, there's an achievement for beating Super Shredder without taking a single hit. That's probably a lot harder now, so you know, good luck with that shit. But yeah, as you can see, we're taking way less damage. This is significantly more civilized. I'm actually surprised they did a patch at all. It's I think it was like a couple of weeks ago. It was around the same time as Cowabunga Collection got patched. They fixed a lot of the issues that I had. Not all of them, but they fixed a lot of them. So that's good. I do like that she takes a picture on the third slam. That's cute. And now we just get to use all this meter. Also, I guess you do less damage in Gnarly mode too. I hadn't accounted for that. Yeah, they're like added a lot. All those bonus modes in the arcade mode. That's good. I would do a stream showing off the stuff they added to Cowabunga Collection, but a lot of it is for the Game Boy games, and no. No, not again. You can't make me do that again. I'm not playing through Radical Rescue just because there's a Game Boy Light mode. Thank you for your encouragement, Cac. However, I'm taking no further recommendations at this time. Oh yeah, she's got the diving super. I forgot about that. I mean, there is a Switch version of Radical Rex. I could do that, but it doesn't have the Sega CD version's intro song. So what's the point? For some reason, Radical Rex is available on modern consoles. We have clearly strayed too far from God's light to let that happen. No, unfortunately I'm talking about Radical Rescue, the third Game Boy Turtles game that lives in infamy on this stream because it broke me. It turned me into the Joker. Yes, well, yeah, it is. I think it's Cubite and Pico, so that explains a lot. Okay, so Radical Rescue starts out kind of okay, and then it, like, impressively shits the bed with a boss rush in a Metroidvania game with limited continues, and a final boss that has 2 health bars that seemingly go on forever. Oh, it's... I imagine a lot of people on the internet who say nice things about Radical Rescue did not finish it. To be fair, the limited continues are only in the US version for some reason. God knows why. I was skeptical that it was to dissuade rentals back in the day, but apparently people did rent out Game Boy games, so you know that it is a possibility. Yes, what that is, it's, I think it's like Pico owns the rights, and then Qbyte develops the ports, or, you know, the emulation solutions, because they're called Qbyte Classics. I believe a similar deal is happening with the Neo Geo game Rage of the Dragons. So that's the deal there. Yeah, maybe it was a US thing, but I never saw that myself. I would have rented a shit ton of Game Boy games if they did. Now, are you going to be more civilized for us, Rocksteady?
Say your prayers.
Oh, he is being more civilized. Way more civilized. It's nice that they added a bunch of customizations.
My corn.
That's cute.
What scoop?
Cowabunga! Out of the way.
We get to hear the rap again, though. So I'm down for that.
Mutants over.
Man, I'm really going to have to practice this if I want to beat it on Gnarly, aren't I? I don't know how I feel about that. I'm going to have to get good. Can you imagine? I have heard stories of in the US you could rent Virtual Boys when they were a thing. I imagine a rental would sort of give you the basic gist of whether you wanted it or not. I can't really play a Virtual Boy because of my eyes. I've tried, and it just gives me a funny smelling headache. Not recommended. Oops. Ouch. Oh yeah, I imagine they'd rent out the gun as well for Time Crisis. You kind of need it. You could play without it, but are you really playing it? That's a good flattened sprite though. There's some pretty charming sprite work in this. I did. In the before times, I went to a convention that had a Virtual Boy, and I stuck my head in it to play some Mario's Tennis, and no, didn't like it. Oh goodness! Thank you for the 100 bits, FSI. Yeah, we're trying not to make Leonardo sad, but Gnarly mode kind of did us in, so we're just fucking about in with the custom options in the updated arcade mode. In fact, those are the ones we got on free play. 3 bars of meter. We don't drop meter when we get hit, and we're not allowed to taunt. Obviously, we're playing as April, though. I've barely played this game with the actual turtles. Once they showed off that April was playable, I was like, oh good, I don't need to play as anyone else. And then then Casey Jones got revealed, and oh, I super don't need to play as anyone else. If they ever get the chance to do DLC, I want either Usagi Yojimbo or Simon Belmont. To make the prophecy come true, you understand.
Final bashing time. We're gonna stomp you, wimps.
And now, time to spend all the meter. Oh, can you stand close enough to not get hit by the grenades? Interesting. Maybe I was just looking out. Oh no. Oh, you just barely have enough space, I guess.
What a scoop!
Cowabunga! Destroy the turtles. Rumble in the
This was the boss I was worried about in when we were going to play through Gnarly mode. One of my favourite songs in the entire soundtrack, though. Most of the soundtrack done by T. Lopes of Sonic Mania fame. Extremely good soundtrack. Some super hot jams. Ow. Ooh, does Karai exist? I get the feeling she does. I'm not sure. I know there's a character like her in the 87 cartoon, but it might not be her. She is not in this game though. Almost every boss that was in the SNES game, in the arcade games, shows up here. Though, the major exception I think is Granitor. He's not here. And poor Cement Man from Arcade Turtles in Time is not here, which clearly a crime. The fans have been crying out for the return of Cement Man, who, contrary to popular belief, is from the TV show. He's in like one episode. Anyway, I like the cute little animal animations here. These green foot soldiers are like bottle hollies, and that they do their thing and they run off screen so you can get extra points, should you be so inclined. No mutagen man. No what was it? Was it Super Rocksteady and Mecha Bebop or something? They're not here. That one robot cop, he's not in this. Run to avoid being killed. I'm pretty sure that's a nod to Sunset Riders. It has to be. There we go. The worst enemy in the game coming up. Well, second worst. Yeah, the subway stage. I'm pretty sure that feels like arranged from a Japanese arcade game, definitely. King of the Still, I believe. So yeah, the worst enemy are these monkeys that throw bananas at you that stop whatever you're doing. Sometimes they hit the enemies, but most of the time they hit you, and it's infuriating. Especially if you're trying to go for the don't get hit by obstacles challenge in the story mode, because they'll just hit you and you'll be extremely annoyed about it. Oh, it's cute that it gives me 1-ups even though I've got infinite lives. That's fine. It's good. That they're staying true to what it should be. Sometimes there's at least one case where they used an action figure.
You're gonna get the horns, partner. Can you dig it, suckers?
I wanted to let them speak. They're funny. So Slash in Manhattan Project and SNES Turtles in Time is actually based on his action figure counterpart rather than the cartoon one. Or I guess slightly the Archie Comics one. But it looks kind of more like the action figure to me. Anyway, this boss, kind of a problem because Ground Chuck sometimes runs for a long time and he's just a gigantic hitbox. You can't really hurt him. Not even you can hit him with your special, but you'll just get hit straight afterwards. I think he's the last boss that just does running stuff, aside from the Bebop and Rocksteady refight. He does, doesn't he? I wonder if that was intentional. Wait, did were the Cowboys of Moo Mesa in the 2003 TMNT? That's cool if they were.
Crane's head is getting away, dudes.
Of course, Konami did do a Cowboys of Moo Mesa game, which is very similar to Sunset Riders, but with cows. Surprisingly, I don't know that much about the 2003 cartoon. I know a few things. I know they did that special where they meet the 87 ones, and then they meet the original comic book ones who are a little more violent, just a smidgen. But I think I probably said this like a million times when I was going through the collection, but my favourite TMNT media is the first film. I think it strikes the perfect balance between goofy and kind of a little serious. Can we get it before the train? No, we can't. The only downside of the first film is that Mikey and Donnie don't get much screen time. But I guess they only had so much time, and I think the stuff that they did focus on was good. Also, that movie is probably why I don't hate it, but I don't like Rob Paulson's Raphael voice, because he's got to be from the Bronx. That's the voice that he has. It's the only voice I'll ever know. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember hearing about that. I think someone mentioned that in when I was streaming the collection. There's a Blizzard toy that was the mold was reused for 2003 TMNT from Primal Rage. I've actually had multiple requests to write about Primal Rage on my little website. I can't do it because the emulation isn't there yet. The protection is still hasn't been figured out. But maybe someday.
This is no joke.
Ah, no, release me.
No joke.
Oh, once again. Oh yeah, Mousers are back, by the way. Did you miss them? They're back. They definitely have more I'm just a weird little guy energy in this game, though. Tiny little freaks, the lot of them. Mouses are back and ready to roar. This isn't a Retro Pals Friday stream, but yeah, it's got the same spirit. Ouch.
This is no joke.
And they're really hungry. If you really want to grind for points, you can do that with these big Mousers, because they'll never stop spawning little ones. Here's my favourite TMNT villain.
I am the Rat King. You're trespassing on royal grounds.
He's my favourite. He's the Rat King. One of the patch notes is that the Rat King does that Pied Piper move less. I don't believe it. Oh, he's got giant-swung. Of course he's good. Yeah, no, he still does it a shit ton. He's not even like a mutant, he's just a normal guy who does rat stuff. That's the lore as I understand it.
This isn't
Oh. He basically fell off the screen. Okay, that's fine.
What scoop?
Cowabunga!
And that wrecked thing in the back is the thing that he rode in the SNES version of Turtles in Time.
You later,
April's doing that one image meme. You know the one. I'm not pointing it out.
More meltdown. Hey.
As this is, I guess, a 90s game, we do have to go to the more complete with accurate carpetry. That's mall carpets if ever I've seen them. They're just trying to have their lunch. We should probably leave them alone, but no. Foot. Thank you, Zepaside, for posting foot. That's really important. I like the foot soldiers clearly had to get jobs to go undercover, so they're actually doing their work, and then they take the hat off and they tell the manager that, you know, they've found employment elsewhere. That's another thing that recurs throughout the game. The foot soldiers keep vandalizing stuff to say foot. I like that, it's very funny. Programmed to fit into society. Random clothing. That's a good name for a clothing store. Yeah, those the mace guys can actually hit you while they're in neutral, so you have to wait for them to do stuff. Oh, there's the punk frogs. I'm sure we won't see them again. Yeah, I'm surprised Playmates kept those old Primal Rage molds for so long, but you know, if you've got it, use it, why not? Toy manufacturers have been doing it for automation takes yet another job, very true. Clearly, Shredder's Revenge is a comment on our society. Now, you are able to destroy the arcade machines in the background. I will not be doing so. I would never. I did it once by mistake in a multiplayer game and I was horrified. We will not enact violence upon arcade machines here. You can't actually destroy the ones here, though. I think Tempesta was in like one episode of the cartoon. I don't remember her.
Behold the might of Tempesta.
But she's the Dame of Games. And hey, it's that guy from the film. I can't remember which one's Tokka and which one's Razor, so. But yeah, they both make a little cameo here. Fresh from Snare's Turtles in Time. That should finish her off, I think. There we go.
Right, turtles. No.
They are probably bootlegs. They're those 39-in-1 main cabs. The Lightyear toy line has the Vic Viper? Wow!
Another missing robot piece? What a shocker.
There's our buddy Rob Paulson.
Roof running reptile.
Yeah, I don't even, the only shmup toy I have is the Dobkeratops Figma that they did a while ago. I'd love the Opa figure, but that could be expensive. Oh wait, well, I guess it depends. Do you count Wolf Fang as a shooter? Probably not, but I do have a little Wolf Fang Gashapon. Oh, nope. Unfortunately, you just get back up. You don't die. That's very nice. Yeah, I guess it was Ray Storm. Somebody, maybe somebody put like a 360 in a cab and is running Ray Storm HD. Wouldn't be the weirdest I've seen. I once saw a single player Time Crisis 3 cabinet. It was just the PS2 version. But I mean, I guess that's a cheaper way of doing it if you don't want to if you don't want to splash out for 2 cabs. That was somewhere in Spain. Oh yeah, I remember Starlink. Only because Star Fox is in it. And just like in Alien vs Predator, you can destroy this. See? American know-how. So yeah, this is much nicer to play this way than on Gnarly. I think my feelings on the Konami Turtles brawlers, and their licensed brawlers in particular, is pretty obvious at this point, but this does expand on it, but it almost feels like there's only so much they can do. But at the same time, the developers of this were kind of stuck, because if they made it more mechanically robust than what they did, you know, people wouldn't recognize it as a Turtles brawler and they'd probably be mad. It's just something interesting to think about. Because can you imagine if this had like more stuff to it, like in Streets of Rage 4? Just a thought. Actually, yeah, that's a good... I just realised, yeah, Starlink was like way after Skylanders was popular. What the hell? They tried, I guess. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I am a little biased against the arcade games, though, just because of how they are. I don't use the term quarter muncher very often, but they are designed to take money. Like, if you survive long enough in the arcade, the 1989 arcade game, the game pretends that there are more players there than there actually are, just to get you the fuck off the machine. Which is really funny, but kind of mean. Yeah, they tried their best to sort of do a balance. One thing I am disappointed at, they didn't do a unique animation for Rocksteady and Bebop running into each other. I'm sure that would have added to the budget, but I would have liked to see that. Also, we can see the Channel 6 building in the back. Considering we were on the highway not too long ago, we obviously didn't go very far.
Don't stop her.
Ow, my horns!
What a scoop!
Cowabunga! Come on, let's go!
There's Cam Clark. I know that voice from a mile away.
Panic in the sky!
And now we get treated to another vocal song. It's a very good vocal song also.
Breaking news.
In the city, I'm fired up and I'm
I almost don't want to interrupt this. I'll be respectfully quiet. Oops. We got a good guitar solo here as well. Okay, I can talk now. The song just repeats from here, but yeah, no, extremely good vocal songs in this game. I imagine there would have been something like this had there been like a 32-bit Turtles game on like PS1 or Saturn. It's weird to think that they didn't. They were a staple in the 16-bit era, and then they just went dormant for a while. TMNT on the Mega CD, I wish. Looking a bit different from his Tournament Fighters version. This is based on the cartoon rather than the... I think that one was based on the Archie comics. I would have been dreading this boss if we'd made it to here on Gnarly, honestly. TMNT on Mega CD would have been like the Power Rangers game, I like to think. It's a Dragon's Lair style game. I would have played that.
Down there, by the beach. Crisis at Coney Island. It's the Foot Clan. Come on.
Whether someone is a bad guy in the TMNT universe sometimes feels mysterious, especially with the toy line. Yeah, that's right. The excuse in this game is that he's been evilly reprogrammed, just like Cyberlip. That's Metalhead's excuse. That's definitely something about Turtles. Like, almost every different type of media that it appears in is radically different. I really want to read some of the original Mirage comics, because they sound incredibly strange. Although if they ever do a sequel to this, I'd like to see them tackle the later Red Sky seasons of the cartoon. Give us stuff we've never seen in video game form. Somebody had fun animating that. Animating April being tied up. I'm just saying somebody did. You can't prove that they didn't. Oh, it's those punk frogs again in the background. Look. I'm sure this isn't going to pay off in any way. Although, while we're making our way through all these carnival games, forgotten or dormant license you want a 16-bit era style scrolling brawler for? I want one based on Suka Bandeka, thank you. Ooh, the Gaiva, that's a good pick. These particular Foot Clan are kind of the worst to deal with. Every time you hit them, they'll jump back and do a spread shot. Once you learn what to do, they're not too bad, but they can still be an issue. Dirty Pair is also a very good answer. I wish Dirty Pair got a good game. Anything. Not Project Eden on the Famicom Disk System. Mr. Blob. I don't know how I feel about a scrolling brawler starring Mr. Blobby. Maybe if you were fighting against Mr. Blobby? I don't know. Of course, this is a nice little nod to the bonus game in the Simpsons arcade game. It's got sprite scaling! Check that shit out! Wait, hold on. Oh no, why is there a Mr. Blobby emote? Ooh, that's a good idea. There's some weird thing going on with Ninja Baseball Batman, right? Like a sequel or something? Ow. Holy shit, I would... Yes, MD Geist Brawler, yes! Oh god. I think I watched that for the first time, like, properly last year. Yeah, I'd be down for that. Would totally play an MD Geist Brawler. Leatherhead is one of my other favourite TMNT characters, and they kind of did him dirty with this boss fight. Half of it is just this whack-a-mole. I think he does it less since the patch, though. He's less irritating to fight than in Turtles in Time, though. That's something that he's got in his favour. Ooh, Bubblegum Crisis, that is another good one.
What scoop?
All very good suggestions, by the way.
Hey, come back here with that android torso. A few screws loose.
So here's our boy Metalhead. This is another standout song from the soundtrack. It's really good. But this means we're fighting a lot of roadkill Rodneys and Mousers. Can't escape them. Gotta deal with them. Oh, there's the car again. Not this time. Ouch. I'm on the lookout for something in the background. I'm pretty sure it shows up here. Unless I'm completely wrong, which is very possible. I don't know why Splinter says that when I'm playing as April. I think he just says that whenever you pick up those pizza, whoever you're playing as. There it is. That's a nod to the first film. April's antique shop is called Second Time Around. That's cute. Anyway, there's now a third type of mouser who has Brocken's grab from World Heroes. Splinter does love his sushi. Yeah, my best friend in the whole wide world is finally evolved. I'm sorry. I know, it has just occurred to me I've been murdering some CRTs. It's okay, they're all broken. They're not actually working. They can't be salvaged for parts. I'm doing them a kindness. Probably. I didn't murder the arcade machines earlier. I was very insistent on not doing that. Also, notice again that the Foot Clan have decided to graffiti this box for no real reason. Also, there's a cute little nod to Shredder appearing on TV screens in almost every Konami game he's in. He was a big fan of that. Also, shout-outs to this foot soldier doing his exercise. Good for him. Good for him. Beat 'em ups need more vocal songs. We need to embrace the aesthetic that Violent Storm gave us. Oh, I should have picked that up. That was my problem. Not a fan of how the targeting things for the missiles are red on a red carpet. That seems a little mean. We are nearly at the end of the Mouser Gauntlet. Don't worry, they'll be back later. Yes, everybody do want to rock Geldo down. It is very sad that one of the songs in Violent Storm has the lyric, "Bring our power home to you," and it never got a home port. Breakout fighting. Ooh, a Sonic beat 'em up. That would be interesting. Anyway, here's poor Metalhead. He's been reprogrammed. Evilly reprogrammed.
Delete the turtles.
Of course, he gets help from the mouses. Of course, he does. And you may have noticed a bit of a pattern with some of these bosses. A lot of them have moves where you don't get to attack. It's just no. It's my turn now. That will reach a climax of sorts at the very end of the game.
Clear to me now. The turtles are my friends.
Yeah, see, we're friends.
System crash.
What scoop?
Breaking contact.
That is perfect timing. That is a good time to have a break. We've got how many stages left?
Tonight, I dine on turtle soup.
Let me in. So, okay. Yeah, there's like 6 stages left. Yeah, I hope Violent Storm gets an Arcade Archives release. I'd be down with that. Okay, so. Yeah, I'm not okay with the the mouse's regurgitation animation. I don't think anyone had fun doing that one. So, okay, we're just going to take a 5-minute break. And we actually get to debut something. And my brother finished the break music that he was working on. So you get to listen to that. Please enjoy.
Breaking contact. Breaking contact. Breaking contact. Breaking contact.
Okay, we're back now. Finally, I get to do the thing everyone on the internet does. I have a Bandcamp to advertise. So yeah, I specifically requested the Hitori Bocchi laugh at the end. Yeah, my brother is in a band called Napalm Death. He said I was okay to say that, and but he does like stuff on the side. So here's his Bandcamp, and he had some time and the inclination. So I was like, write me some break music, and I gave him a beat, a couple of samples, and yeah. I'm glad you like it. So we better get on, better crack on. We've got, let's see, there's 16 stages in all. We're 52 minutes in. This game's a little long. Thank you. Okay, let's get on with it. We have a new enemy type showing up in a moment. If you thought it was all foot soldiers and mousers, you are wrong.
Go.
Oh no, it's that one guy from the Mega Drive fighting game. It's this is the Triceratons, who I think were in the cartoon like kind of near the end-ish. But they're in a bunch of turtle stuff. Not the Konami arcade games, though, weirdly enough. Their main gimmick is they have projectiles, and some of them have shields. And sometimes they're Sunset Rider style obstacles. Yeah, this is what the dinosaur from Trog looks like nowadays. Feel old yet? These guys can make shields, but you can just step behind them. It doesn't matter. And we just juggle them for a while. We can do that if we want. I guess it's to give you an advantage, but it is kind of funny that you can just step behind them and bypass their shield entirely. I'm always tempted to write about Trog, seeing that we brought it up. The one time I played an actual arcade cabinet, I got a really bad flu, like, immediately afterwards. So, I don't know, maybe it's cursed. Yeah, it is kind of a long brawler. I'm pretty traditional. I think like about 6 stages is the ideal length. The Punisher by Capcom is like the perfect, just the right length for me. That's where I live. But I guess that's kind of the problem with modern day brawlers, I guess. They almost feel obligated to stretch things out when they don't necessarily need to. At some point, I feel we should probably stream River City Girls. That seems like something we should do. But that would be multiple sessions, because that one's pretty long as well. It would certainly bring about some lively debate, for certain. Trog is weird. Yeah, the modern game length issue, yeah. I need to try Final Vendetta on the subject of brawlers.
Glory to the Triceraton Empire.
Anyway, time to hit him with all of my supers. Oh, wait, no, I've only got one. Oh, and he can call the Sunset Riders thing as well. Run to avoid being killed. And again, just step behind him to get rid of this. Just ignore his shield entirely.
Oh, Triceraton. No!
What scoop?
Ooh, split the game in. That'd be interesting. That'd be a good way to do it. And yeah, there's kind of a lot to say about the bosses in this. Luigi pressed A, so your combo is mine now. There's like a lot where suddenly a gimmick takes over and you don't get to hit them anymore for a while. Which I don't really think was in the arcade games that much. Yeah, if you did it like the special mode in Time Crisis where there's like multiple paths and have it like, you know, 2 different sort of campaign modes, I think that would be a good way to, a good compromise, because you'd keep it at a reasonable length, but also, you know, it offer enough, and I'm vomiting slightly in my mouth as I say this, content. The branching paths in Final Fight 3 are super weird. I think like some of them are based on whether you destroy stuff in the background. Very odd. And yeah, I think this isn't the final time we see the mouses, but this is the last time where they're the focus. There's they have to get it all out of their system, I guess. These giant turbine things, the enemies can just walk on them and blow up. I choose not to engage. Just walk into this shit. Or, you know, I could get hit myself. That's an option also. Storm Shadow here has no idea what to do. He's very confused. I'd say G.I. Joe would have made a good brawler, but I guess they made that into the screen shooter instead. I didn't know Final Fight 3 existed until emulation. Oh, it's the thing from that thing. It's the freeze ray from the first arcade game. I do like the foot soldiers being made in the background. A little less unnerving than the exoskeletons in, I think, Hyperstone Heist. There's like a bunch of them being made in the background. I mostly remember the freeze rays because there's an achievement for not getting hit by them in the Xbox Live version. And yeah, no, I get hit by that shit all the time. Ooh, a flipper robot, that would be good. When you get these infinite ninja power, you kind of want to use the jump attack because you get to use it more often before it expires. Come on, Storm Shadow. There we go. Incidentally, I did a count. I think Splinter gets kidnapped more in the video games than April. Almost entirely because of NES tournament fighters. Oop, nope. It's kind of amazing that they had an extended reference to The Fly in a kids show. That is a goopy movie. Oh, when's he gonna do the thing where I don't get to hit him anymore? I'm waiting for it. Oh, maybe he's gonna let me get away with it. Oh shit! Okay, I think they did lower the amount of time he does that. What he does is he gets in his chair and throws a bunch of lasers at you. Oh, there is an unlockable robot in Gaia Crusaders. I think his name is Bob. Or like a really ill-fitting name for a robot. It's either Rob or Bob.
The old dome has seen better days.
So I think this is like a nod to the later seasons when the Technodrome was abandoned. And I'm pretty sure like the entire plot is almost a nod to the end of the series. Because they had to find Krang's robot body. I looked this up. Anyway, here's the rock soldiers. Unlike Hyperstone Heist, you can't stop their dashes. They get armor on that, so you know, don't try and stop it. They are like the Juggernaut. They are unstoppable. We will be unable to avoid Dimp's boss syndrome in a moment, when we get to the boss of this stage. It brings back my least favourite gimmick from Turtles in Time. It's Rob, thank you, I thought it was. I remember playing that with a friend a long time ago, and we were in stitches. Because like at the end it triumphantly shows what character you beat the game with, and it's just this grinning robot called Rob. It's really funny. If you liked Sengoku 3, you'll love Gaia Crusaders. I don't think I ever had the Krang toy either.
I hope you learned a lesson.
The only one we still had from back then, without like buying, you know, used ones again, was I think Rat King. My brother is a huge Turtles fan, so he has most of the stuff. Yeah, the grey ones can throw grenades at you. That's all that that's the only difference as far as I know. Which stage are we on again? Is this stage 12? Anyway, elevator sequence, baby. Let's go. They're kind enough to provide a pizza for you. Good for them. Which I took too early. That's fine. Don't worry about it. I think I've only died once, that's not bad. Considering it's on the default difficulty. And, you know, we've changed a bunch of shit. In case you weren't here, well, you're just gonna wander off screen, I see. In case you weren't here earlier, we did try Gnarly mode, and nope. Trag doesn't put up much of a fight, evidently. We've already taken away most of his health. But he was just the mini-boss. I'm surprised they didn't do more mini-bosses in this. I think he's like the only one. A lot of love put into the hurt animations. So someone had fun. Ow. These enemies are kind of annoying because you have to stun them first. Oh, I forgot these Storm Shadow ones. They can, if they block your attack, they automatically punish it. They've not lasted long enough to be able to. Oh, there we go. just prove me wrong instantly. Good. Things aren't looking so. Oh no, there we go. Also, did you notice that there's a giant hole in the floor here? It's very easy to miss that. Less easy. Less difficult now, though. Oh, I can't eat the pizza, no! my original plan was I was gonna play through this game sort of when I was done with Cowabunga Collection, but I think the Game Boy Turtles games had burned me so badly that I was like, no more. So I had to have a break from those titles. I'm sure you understand. God, those Game Boy Turtles games were so bad. Every now and then I still get that little voice that says maybe I should write about them.
Intruder alert.
So you can't hurt Chrome Dome at all. He's completely impervious to your attacks. So guess what you have to do? Yeah, you gotta do this shit. Fortunately, you only have to do it once. Or at least, you know, you only have to throw one to stun him. This is why it's important to always have meter. There we go.
What scoop?
I imagine that would be a lot more frustrating played on the default with no, played on Gnarly with no extra meters.
Lost arch enemies.
We've only got 2 more proper stages left to go.
I smell a new story.
Anyway, we got a oh, no. Meteor shower. Fine. Unfortunately, a kind of annoying enemy is introduced in this stage. If you're a fan of Turtles in Time, you probably noticed the pizza monster hasn't shown up yet. He will be reappearing very shortly. I'm kind of glad we're near the end of the game. I'm starting to get a little worn out. Oh, who is that face? Yeah, here's the pizza monster. He's really gross. And you kind of have to hit him out of the air. Once you know how to do that, though, it's a lot easier to deal with. But if you don't, he grabs you and does that. Which you have to mash out of, which sucks. Or you could, you know, just do a super on him. I guess that works also. Oh, one thing we haven't actually been showing off is radical mode, because it's kind of it always feels like a waste of meter. If you've got 3 bars, you can enter radical mode where you get increased damage for a short amount of time. It doesn't really seem worth it. I'd rather use the meter for supers. I do like that the score system is similar to the Konami games. You can sort of keep track of how many enemies you've killed. Kind of. Obviously bosses give, I think, 5 points. There's those pizzas that give 10 points. So I'd say we've definitely killed over 1,000 enemies, which... that's kind of a lot, really. That's true, that's true. It reminds me of Radical Rescue, and I don't want to think about Radical Rescue. I don't want that game clogging up any of my brain space. The game is a smidge long, you might say. That is true. Just a smidge. Sir, please. I can't hit you when you're on the lava. Thank you. By the way, this move is the it's what replaces the sure killing technique. It's both attack and jump. I forgot to say that the normal purple foot soldiers, they actually almost always anti-air you if you try and come in from a jump, which kind of gives them an advantage. It's very strange. Look, watch. See? He has the answer. He's a Donovan.
I hope you learned a lesson.
I guess there's no Galcia equivalent in this game then. They all have the Donovan anti-airs. Yep, death carpet. The floor is lava. Twisted Turtle from Dimension X. Yeah, this uses his cartoon design instead of the action figure one. Oh yeah, he's got a giant swing as well, I think. Oh no, get out. At least the thing where you don't get to hit him is short for Slash. He only gets it for a few seconds.
Oh no, I've been trashed. Oh.
What scoop?
Now, let's get down to business.
So this is the final normal level. The episode 16 is just a boss, just two bosses. Apparently, the final boss was changed a little with the patch, so I'm curious to see how it is different. Once you get a little further into this stage, it feels a lot like a stage from the Bucky O'Hare arcade game. This has got a very similar aesthetic.
Here goes nothing. Go.
Yeah, like this section with the guardrails, it looks very much like the final stage in Bucky O'Hare. Oh, it's my favourite, the Super Mouser. Good. I was missing you guys. Oh, they have the giant swing too. That's a good animation though, I won't lie. Oh, you can't even use a super on those guys. You do have to just get them stunned first. Yeah, the smear's really great. That happens with every character. They actually have specific lines for getting giant swing. Like Casey Jones screams, "I want to get off this ride." More smear animations in video games, please. That is my one request. Oh yeah, that's right. Because the throws technically have an instant death thing, some enemies, if you don't weaken them first, they just break out the grab immediately. So you can't just throw away problem enemies. Anyway, it seems like everyone is here for the final battle. Oh, no. And obviously you can't grab like big characters at all. That was true in most of the Turtles brawlers. I think you could throw the Stone Warriors in SNES Turtles in time at least. Because I remember looking at the animation frames they drew for that. Every foot is here. Good. Okay, there's pizza time. Oh no, pizza monster time. I thought I was rid of these guys. No, they're making one last cameo. Oh, and now there's 3 of them. Great, wonderful, super, excellent. I think that's it. Yeah, we're done. We're done with them. As you can see, they're pulling out all the stops. That was a bit early. Never mind. This is the last time, Mousers. We will not be meeting again. Okay. Now this is it. This is the final time. This has to be. Yep, this is the end. We've seen our last Mouser. And this is music taken straight from the show. It was also used in '89 arcade. Krang is actually like super easy. Only when he's doing this is he any kind of issue. Yeah, because he's got that attack, and he's got the kick, but you can very easily dodge them. It's just when he does the Cyber Woo style split. You see, I can do the spinny thing too. But I need to save my meter because this is not the only boss here. Oh yeah, Krang isn't a problem, proceeds to get hit by everything. The streamer's curse.
Persia. I have a surprise for you.
Yep, everyone gets a berserk attack.
I will show you how a true ninja fights. The world is mine.
Nice to meet you. Now I'm here to beat you with
I hope you learned a lesson.
all your little seizures. All y'all stuff your face with is pizza. Pizza crack like a hard-boiled egg on Easter. Easter. See these muscles on me? I could beat your teacher. I defeat Leonardo. Y'all become the weakest. I take off all of your masks and dismantle your features. I cross the line like a letter. Smash all of you turtles. Put you back together. Indeed, I squish turtles like a tight girdle. Any obstacle, I clear it like a high hurdle. My stomach cringes for all of you fake ninjas. Fighting you a winless. Show you what revenge is. Diabolical moves. Strike with mad vengeance. Ask Splinter. He know I'm coming with bad intentions.
I don't want to talk during this because I want to respect the Wu-Tang.
This is not
Yeah, they got the Wu-Tang Clan to do a song for this game. Of course they did. I'm letting the song play out. I have to. There we go. We had to see it to the end. Ouch. Okay. No, I deserve that. Yeah, it's a rap battle. Oh, we juggle him as well. Good.
what a scoop.
You haven't seen the last of me.
So yeah, that's what they've done to the Statue of Liberty, so...
Of the lady. I shall rule the earth with an iron fist.
See? Statue of Tyranny, get it? This boss is actually significantly easier with Splinter because his forward attack actually hits when it's probably not supposed to. Like, you're actually able to hit it here even more. Like, it steps back a little, but you can still hit it with Splinter. Where the other characters can't quite reach. Personally, I think this should have been a Punch-Out style boss. I don't know, they're getting like a giant mecha or something.
Breaking news.
Oh no, don't do this to me. Ah, there we go.
My brilliant
This isn't the end though. Liberty Sentinel. Oh look, it's 3 a.m. Get it?
I will get my revenge.
So you know there was that. You know I was saying that like some bosses just don't let you hit them. Okay, this has changed a little. So yeah, you basically have to wait for Shredder to finish doing his shit. You have to, and this is the only time you can hit him. Otherwise, you have to wait. However, this is way better than it was originally. Before they patched it, these different laps would take fucking forever. Like, he'd do that move at least 5 times, and then he'd do this would be like twice as long. They've actually made this a lot better.
This is not working the way I planned. That's nice, you fellas. No way!
Oh shit, he's got the grab. Yeah, like that lasts for like way longer. You actually fix this up quite a bit. You have to defeat these clones. Then you get a free hit on him. But yeah, you absolutely cannot hit him until he says so. Just the fact that he does way less dashes makes this a lot more palatable.
My revenge? Impossible.
There is an achievement for beating that boss without getting hit. I've done it. I don't recommend it. Cheat. Just join the game in progress and don't do anything. Anyway, New York can rest easy once more, now that Lady Liberty has been restored to her former gleaming glory. I, Vernon Fenwick, who was not at all scared, can confirm that Shredder has been defeated by the city's protectors, the Green Guardians of Good, the Web Warriors themselves, the Punk Frogs. You see, there are cameos in the background. They were all leading up to that joke. The news never sleeps for April O'Neil, but tonight, with New York safe again, she can take a break. Good for her. Friends, family, pizza, forever. Oh, there's Casey Jones eating through his mask, because of course he is. I forgot that he did that. So yeah, there we go. That's Shredder's Revenge. It is indeed time for jams. Definitely a game better enjoyed casually, for want of a better description. Oh, I know Jonathan Persona Kim. They drew my mascot dressed up as Patrico from Cleopatra Fortune. Yeah, it's a pretty long revenge, huh? Yeah, it's goes on for a while. It is one of the games of all time, as I believe is the popular phrase. Oh shit, I forgot there's another rap. Multiple raps in this game. I'm gonna wait until this song, because this eventually starts playing the other vocal songs. So I'm gonna wait until this song plays and then we'll skip the credits. Besides, we have to see the voice actors. Maybe we can. No. Just a little. Just a little. Just speed this up just a tiny bit. It's really weird to think Nickelodeon owns the Turtles nowadays. Yeah, there we go. T-Lopes. There's Mike Patton. Yeah, there's the Wu-Tang Clan. There they are. Okay, now we can skip ahead. Okay, so yeah, Cam Clark, there he is. There's Rob Paulson, Townsend Coleman, Barry Gordon. But they don't credit anyone else. Well, sort of. They don't name who does the other voices or what voices they do. Okay, we can tap our way through. Oh shit, Toll to Win, of course. Very famous debug testing kind of company. Cowabunga, thank you for playing. You're welcome. Okay, we're done. Okay. I don't think you get to go on the leaderboards.
Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge. Let's kick some shell!
Someday. 92 minutes. Yeah. 92 minutes. Wow. I think some of those later stages are like the longest. Woof. Okay. Well, there we go. That's something we've ticked off the list. I don't think I ever beat Scott Pilgrim, so I've never seen the credits. It's not 3 hours. That is true. There we go. I figured after playing the Cowabunga Collection, I'd have to play through this at some point. For my next trick, I'll play the Turtles in Time remake. No, I won't. I don't have it. Okay, well, thanks for showing up, everyone. What was I gonna do? I don't know. we eventually all roads lead back to Turtles. How was? I assume the video was okay throughout. It seems that we finally exited the. Yes. Okay. Excellent. Good. So we have finally exited the Punished Elgato story arc that we've been trapped in. So we're back to normal. I don't know what Mega Drive games I'm going to play next week. I haven't figured that out yet. I'll probably do the Taito one again because we didn't do it properly. Yes, thank you. That's a big relief. I was like, I'm gonna be trapped in the nether zone, never be able to stream again. Okay, right. So the last frame drop is in captivity. Streaming is at peace. So thank you for showing up. You could have been watching Games Done Quick instead, but you came here, so thanks. 7 small diamonds, Elgato of the Year edition, good. All the jokes are coming back full circle. Next Wednesday is our next stream. We'll do Rainbow Islands, Night Striker, and fucking finally Ninja Warriors. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, thanks everyone. Oh, I better go to the one. There we go. Okay, thanks everyone. You all take care, and I'll see you next stream. Bye bye.